I'm Christian Lamichka, and today I present you David Adam Burns. David, welcome to the show.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
David, you're well known here in the US, but might be Europe to hear about you for the first time. Can you please introduce yourself and the music you're playing to them?
Yeah, I'm like I said, David Adam Burns. I grew up in a little small town called Sherwood, Arkansas. My folks took me to see George Strait when I was 3 years old, and for some reason, right then and there, that's what I want to do. So, started playing, nursing homes, anything I could, my hometown shows, and went on to high school, started bands, played all the clubs. I pretty much grew up in honky tonks, I guess, at 16, and made the venture to Nashville back in 2007. Signed my record deal, and now we're pushing my first single to country radio.
So you have a brand new album called Premium Country Music. Oh no, sorry, fans. Premium Country just only. So it's an unbelievable, great album, and there are, oh goodness, you forgot the numbers on the backside. So how many songs are it?
There's 14 songs on it. My first record was a box set, apparently.
Wow, 14 songs. Hey, that's more than other people put on this one CD. Okay, tell us something about the songs, please.
Yeah, well, I co-wrote 10 out of the 14. The first single is called Sweet Distraction. Josh Thompson, I'm sure y'all have heard of, wrote it. And it's just the kind of country I grew up on. I was kind of a 90s baby, and I grew up with all that Mark Chestnut and Keith Whitley and George Strait. So it's just kind of my version of a lot of that kind of stuff. If I was going to buy a record, that's the kind of stuff I'd want to hear on it. So,
about all these songs, which is your favorite?
My absolute favorite on there is called More Afraid of Living.
So what's the story behind it?
It's, one of my great friends and one of my songwriting mentors, Rick Tiger, wrote it, and I just like that steel guitar, crying, slow stuff, man. I'm a sucker for it, and it's just a powerful song. It's very well written, and it's just about a guy going through a breakup, and that really down point, and the whole hook on it is, I'm more afraid of living than dying, and it's, if you've ever been there, you'll know what it's talking about.
So, by the experience you made with this all major stars in the past, is there a story you can share?
Well, as far as the record, you mean? Or?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know this. If you want one that's really personal, like there's one called Any Other Way that I co-wrote. And, when you live in Nashville and you ride every day with these big guys, you kind of get held to a standard of writing, trying to find clever lines or some marketability thing. And, like I said, I grew up in a small town, kind of old school raised, real close family. And when we went in the writing room that day, I said, I just want to write something for me. And, one of the lines in there is, we don't call it a truck unless it's four-wheel drive, and food ain't food if it ain't fried. And that's, pretty much the way I was raised down in Arkansas. So that song really hits home to me.
So, what differentiates you, what unique you to other artists?
Oh, I guess I have that classic sound, I guess would be the biggest thing. A lot of guys were really raised on like rock and all that, and, all kinds of different genres. And I pretty much, if it wasn't a country station, we didn't have it in my house. So it's a little more classic than probably most people have out right now.
So what do you prefer more, to be a songwriter or an artist?
Oh, definitely an artist. I mean, I love writing, but the stage is where I get my fix,
What can people expect to see when they visit one of your concerts?
Energy. It's it's traditional country, but the way I look at it is everybody came and spent their money to come hang out, and I'm gonna put on a show and we're gonna throw a party. So
when you're talking about energy, that means stage diving too?
Well, I hadn't tried that yet, but I'm down for anything.
Well, by the way, where can people find more information about you?
Well, I have my main website, which is davidadamburns.com, and if you're on Facebook and Twitter and all that, I'm constantly updating. So I like meeting new fans, especially meet people overseas and foreign and all that. So I mean, come say hi to me.
Is there anything we forgot to talk about that you'd like to share with us?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
Well, maybe let's
want to surprise me?
Oh, well, sure. Maybe I don't know if you like to answer all these questions.
Hey, man, I'm down for anything.
Okay, number one is, are you single? Because all the female country fans like to know that.
Actually, my newly ex-girlfriend dumped me on Valentine's Day, so yes, I am now single again.
Okay, now we can share your phone number.
Well, we'll probably skip that one. They can get me on the Twitter.
Okay, so girls, follow him on Twitter. Might be he's the next boyfriend of you, so thanks for the interview.
Hey man, thanks for having me.